The air, the water, the fire, and the Mother Earth is very important for children to understand that. Doesn't matter who they are. The reason I like to talk about that is because that's what keeps us living every day. And if they don't know that, it's going to be destroyed. I'm Norma Jean Byrd, and I live at White City, Saskatchewan, and I've been there for many years now. When my husband and I moved in there was just grasslands to the west of us. And by the school was just little then. I did some work at the library. I did some teachings there of the culture, and because I'm from the Cree, but I've done many teachings. The teachings I do is with mainly First Nations people that don't know from where they came. The outside of White Butte, they call it White Butte Trails, and I've spent a lot of time out there with teaching with little children, 3 and 4 years old, and we go on excursions, we call it. And what I do is I go out there and tell them about the flora and the fauna, and then I tell them stories about the trees out there. Like they have the white birch or white aspen, and they have of course we heard the singing leaves. I taught the children about do you know that when we listen to the leaves, when it's blowing, sometimes it sings songs to us? So I taught the children about that, and when they heard the leaves sort of singing songs to us, they really related to that. And the last time we went out there, we picked some chokecherries and let them taste chokecherries. They didn't know what chokecherries tasted like. And that was very, very important for them because, it was part of their learning and part of their saying, oh, wow, we didn't know, these things could be used, or they could taste them, or things like that. So I like teaching young people about the air, water, fire, and Mother Earth. All those 4 elements keep us all living, no matter who we are. And so I do a lot of teachings like that about the different kinds of things that they should know and about their life. Like some children, when you ask them, where did you get your food? And they say the store, today. And so it's important to take them out and show them reality. I always make the children close their eyes and realize that there was no buildings, and realize that there were thousands and thousands of Indians before they got sick with smallpox. And they lived in teepees, and we called it teepee village because there were many, many teepees in that village. And just by looking, you could see another teepee village just off. And there was thousands and thousands of buffalo that roamed, because they said as far as your eye could see, you could see buffalo, because it's prairie here. And those buffalo roamed all the way to Cypress Hills. That buffalo was very important to them. And there's 121 uses of the buffalo, A long time ago, they were taught by the old people all these things, and you couldn't, I say things have changed over time, but they still need to know about those very, very, the impact of these 4 sacred elements. Because if they don't know, we're in trouble, because they're readily destroyed. People from all walks of life that want to hear certain things, like the history and that too. It's really important to maintain that history. If they don't know the history, then it's scary because it might repeat itself, right? Some of the reserves have no clean water to drink, And so that makes you really think, what would happen if we didn't have any clean water at all. I grew up in south of Prince Albert, and we used to go exploring because there was no technological things like we have today. When we were exploring, we could lay our tummies on the ground on Mother Earth and drink out of the sloughs, and we wouldn't do that today. We were given winter to make human beings reminded that the air that goes into our lungs is very, very pure, right? Because we feel it going all the way in, and when we exhale it, we see it coming out in steam. I would really wish that they would learn about the environment, because the environment is going to be the one that's going to either make us or harm us.